Welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. We are working on Rick Thomas Illusionist show in Branson, Missouri for our trip there. You may notice that the ticket looks a little bit the same, and it's at the Grand Shanghai Theater. So they switch the shows in and out each night. And so we did go back to the same theater and watch the Rick Thomas show. I'm going to show you some interesting things. Again, we have signed pictures with us and some of the stagehands and the beautiful dogs. Part of what was really interesting is that Rick Thomas's wife grew up in Zimbabwe, Rhodesia, where my mother grew up, and so they made a very cool connection there, and it was just fun to observe this. Again, like the last one, this is going to slide in and be over the plastic page protector so it can be opened. This piece here is going to serve as a border. And you can see there's a little white thin piece. This is actually a streamer that shot out of a cannon at some point in the show. And so we saved a bunch of that, and some of it's going to make it into this spread. Again, just kind of a cool little piece of ephemera, but it also ends up serving a purpose on the spread. So I love that kind of accent. I attached it to the back because it is thin. I didn't want to see the adhesive through this. Again, key background paper, just because oftentimes illusionists are locking themselves in places and escaping. So we'll set that one up there. We're done with that. And we will work on this one. Move the tickets up here. This background here was created on Cricut Design space and then cut out using my Cricut maker, and you can see a little magician's hat, and I put a black piece of paper on the back to help make that happen. So let's see, I wanted to get these tickets in there, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'll put it that way that time. Okay, good. Again, another great show. I've seen quite a few magicians, and I would say that he was pretty good. And if you're in Branson, I mean, he's a well-known magician, illusionist, and I think he's just decided he wants to retire in Branson because it's probably a little slower paced than other parts of the world like Vegas, etc. And so not terribly expensive, worth the money in my opinion to go and see this. Certainly kids will like it. The show is a little dark, not sinister, but a lot of the stage is dark, and but it's not scary at all. It's certainly very family and kid friendly, and he does some really cool stuff. Okay, so we'll go ahead now and get this on here, and I think what I'm going to do is just tape around that. It'll help it stay. Again, when your cardstock is heavy and you've got a lot of pictures and other stuff on it, you just want to make sure that it's going to stay on there nicely. I'm using an old photograph that's been cut. Helps me to smooth everything down without smearing the pictures or getting my fingerprints on them. Same thing here. I'm gonna I've got 3 tickets because there were 3 of us. I'm gonna take out the staple, and I'm gonna look at the ticket numbers and see which one. Row 2, 16, 17, 18. So I'll just take this, and I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna put it right there. Again, the ticket shows the location, date, and time. And I just love how that helps to tie things together. these 2 tickets will end up behind here when I put them in the album. So there we go. Let me get it all straight. So Illusionist Rick Thomas, Mansions of Dreams. Hope you've enjoyed watching this and would love to see your projects. Take care.